Hi everyone, it's Simon Killing here, weatherweb.net. Thanks again for watching. As always, the sites get free of charge by the adverts you see around the screen. It's by you coming back and using the adverts, that's what keeps us free of charge. It's been a weather school day today, hence the late release of the video, but just wanted to show you a few things. Critical problem tonight is about the development of sleet and the risk of some snow. This is the prediction from the High-Res Met Office rainfall chart for tomorrow, which just shows this area of precipitation, look, in here. Some pretty heavy bursts of rain as well, you can see that by the yellow colours in there, but super critically, it's whether this falls as rain or where and when it falls as snow. The main problem is the temperatures at upper levels in the atmosphere, really on a knife edge. This is midday tomorrow, and you can see there's the -5 line running through there, but it's kind of within this zone here that we have the big question mark. Our suspicion at the moment is that it's probably parts of the Midlands, North East England and East Anglia as well as North Wales that sees most of any snowfall. This is the snow chart ending at 6 AM on Monday morning, and it's this zone here that we think probably is most at risk. Now, in terms of snowfall, I think over the hills we could be looking at 5 to 10 centimetres, perhaps a little bit more. At low levels, some places could see a couple to 4 centimetres, but very hit and miss. It will depend on what your altitude is as to whether you see anything, and I wouldn't be surprised for many areas just to perhaps get no more than wet weather and perhaps a little bit of slushiness, but certainly it's that zone where I think most of any snowfall is likely to be. And this is the chart for 6 o'clock on Monday morning from the NAE model, trying to pick out where snow will be. And this probably isn't too bad either. You see, it's trying to pick out, look, most of the snowfall across higher ground. So it is trying to do a job of sort, just emphasising that it could be high ground that we do see the snow. Again, you've got to account for the possibility of some at low levels, but really I think it is going to be over the hills mainly. And here's the chart showing the area of low pressure. There it is at midday on Sunday. And you can see that by midday on Monday, it's moved down to be across the northern parts of France. So it's following that sort of track. But, of course, what it is also doing is it's also dragging in cold easterly winds as it does so, which is the reason why that rain looks as if it turns to snow. It just looks like being a thoroughly horrible wet day tomorrow, and a cold one across much of the country. And then the question becomes, what happens after that passes through? Well, it looks as if we are going to see this main feature. This is the chart, by the way, for 12 o'clock on the 15th. We are going to see this low sort of just sit down there across the southeastern part of Europe. It looks as if high pressure builds up towards the north and brings in this cold east flow through the course of the week. Then, look, we're getting this ridge built up as this warm air just pumps its way northwards, building the ridge all the time out in the Atlantic. And the supercritical question is, what happens to that afterwards? Well, I think that ridge is probably going to break off this here, warm through into here, cut the low pressure off down into the southeast. And then what we'll find is the ridge collapse away into here, and I think pick up more of a southwesterly flow. Remember me saying I thought the period from the 15th to the 21st would be a transition before we got into a more unsettled flow at the end of the month and the early part of March, and I still think that's going to be the case. But of course, we've got snow to get rid of, first of all, or the snow threat during the next 24 to 48 hours. And of course, we'll be keeping you up to date on that right the way through here at WeatherWeb. So thanks again for watching. Don't forget, sites get free of charge, as I said, by the adverts around the screen. And whatever happens, keep the sun shining. Bye for now.